When I started Maple Assistance in the fag end of 2018, the biggest threat for someone who wants to get their Canadian PR visa was the IELTS exam. But 2 years down the lane, in the mid-2020, IELTS is not the only problem. There is an equal threat in the form of age. Yes, age is now a serious factor which is stopping a lot of people from getting their Canadian PR visa. All thanks to the way Express Entry is now designed. Express Entry is designed in such a way that the moment you turn 30, you start losing 5 points for the age. And with the rising CRS trend, people above 30 are finding it really hard to get their invitations. So how do you get an invitation, or how do you get a Canadian PR if you are above the age 30 or even 35 maybe? So if you are someone whose age is above 30 and who's looking to get your Canadian PR visa, watch this video till the end. Stay tuned. Hey guys, welcome to this channel. My name is Ajay. I am the founder of Maple Assistance. If you are here for the first time, please do hit the subscribe button and click the bell icon for instant notifications. If getting a Canadian PR visa is your dream, then you are actually at the right place. So go ahead and subscribe to this channel and make sure you're watching the video till the end. I was talking to a few of my clients the other day, and the biggest question everyone had was like, Ajay, will the scores even come down to the 440s or the 450s level? The answer is, I really don't know. And the next question they asked is, how do we get the PR? So this was always going on back of my mind because there are a good number of clients who are in this particular range, age range, somewhere around 32 years, 33 years, 34 years. So I was just wondering how these people can get their PR. And I used to do a lot of research. PNP was one option, but relying in PNP, you really don't know because it's a 1 in a 10 probability. You may get it, you may not get it. And each province has its own catch. So relying in a PNP not necessarily should get you a PR always. So is there another way out? I was going through all these things, and then I came up with something really interesting in the past few days. I was doing my own research and I was interacting with a lot of people there in Canada. And guys, please understand a small disclaimer. Every thought or every view that I share, it's all completely personal. It is not necessary it has to happen the way I say. Right. So with this, let us get on to today's video. And if you are someone who's about 30 or 35 struggling to get your PR, then please do watch this video till the end. Now let us look into today's video. How do you get a PR in 2021? What are the age-wise options? So let me start from the basics here. So when it comes to the express entry process, age plays a very, very important role. Okay. So the moment you turn 30, you start losing 5 points, which means if you are 33 years old, you have already lost around 20 points. 30, 31, 32, 33. You have lost around 20 points. So this is a very big problem to a lot of people who are there in the express entry pool. What is an ideal profile? So let us look into an ideal profile. An ideal profile which can get a PR in 2021 is nothing but someone whose age is less than 30, and if that person is having a 3+ years work experience, and if he or she is able to score a CLB 9 in IELTS, and the person must also have a post-graduation, meaning a master's degree or a second degree. So this is an ideal profile. So this will definitely push the scores above 465 or 470, which looks as a very promising score even in 2021. So if you want to get your PR in 2021, this is the ideal profile. Okay. So if your age is less than 30, great. If not, what? That's the next big question. So as I told you, this combination would definitely take your scores above 470, 465. So which is a very, very good CRS score. Now, what could you do to get your PR in 2021? Now let us look at an age-wise analysis and the 4 different categories of age that I have taken now. First category is age group ranging 25 to 29. If you are someone who's between this age range, 25 to 29, then this is the best range to apply for a Canadian PR visa. All you need to do is make sure that you're getting a CLB 9 or above in your IELTS attempt, and you make sure that you have a master's degree or a second degree. You might be having only a single degree. If you are having only a single degree, then go apply for a second degree. Do it through distance education program. Make sure that the particular university is recognized by the governing ECA body. and then you can continue, do your 1-year diploma program or 2 years MBA program, whatever you want. Get your second degree and make sure that you're having a CLB 9 in IELTS, and with 3+ years of work experience and your age less than 29, I'm pretty sure your scores will move to or jump to 470 or 465 plus. Okay, so this is an ideal age range. The next category is age between 30 to 33. So here, try to score a CLB 10 in IELTS. At least try to score CLB 10 in 2 modules in IELTS. Okay, what is the difference between scoring a CLB 9 and CLB 10 in IELTS? If you are able to score a CLB 10 in any one of the module, then you get additional 3 points. The difference between the CLB 9 and CLB 10 in terms of CRS points is 12. Okay, so 3 points for each module. So if you are able to score CLB 10 in all the 4 modules, then you will get additional 12 points from what you get if you score a CLB 9. So if you are able to get CLB 10 in 2 modules, then you will get additional 6 CRS points, which is a very big bonus. Okay, and you please make sure that you're having a master's degree or a second degree, and you must definitely have 3 years plus work experience. And if you are in this particular age range, then kindly explore all the PNP options. Okay, try to understand what is your NOC code and figure out where your NOC code is in demand, in which province. Then try to apply to that particular province, see if you are eligible, if you are meeting all the criteria. Try to explore all the opportunities present in PNP. And the last option would be try to do a study program in Canada. You can either do it, or if you're married, you can ask your spouse to do it, right? So this is another option to get your Canadian PR visa. Next is the age range, which is about 34 or 35. Okay, so here I would say try to score your best in IELTS. Even if you score a CLB 9 or CLB 10, I'm pretty sure that your score range would be somewhere around 440 or 450. Not sure how successful that score is going to be, but still try to get your best, try to do your best in IELTS, and you make sure that you have a master's degree or a second degree. Explore all the PNP options, but I would definitely say studying in Canada, you or your spouse studying in Canada is going to be the best option this year. All right, so I'm talking about 2020, 2021. Okay, so that would be a best option. Now, please note that there are other means to increase your CRS score, like learning the second language, that is French, or getting a job offer from Canada. But these things are pretty difficult, so I'm not going to go in detail into these things. Okay, so there are many other options, like if you're having sibling, your blood relative, your own brother or sister in Canada, then you will get additional 15 points. All these things are there, but I'm not taking all these things into consideration because it is a very, very minimal percentage. So I'm not considering that for this video. Now, so it looks like for someone whose age is about 30, one good option is studying in Canada. So why is studying in Canada a good option? I'll tell you the benefits of studying in Canada. Before that, let us look into the options that you have. So if you are desiring to study in Canada this year, this academic year 2021, then you have 2 options. One, you can either go for a PG diploma program, or you can do a 2-year master's program. If you ask me, I would recommend you to do a 1-year PG diploma program. There are many reasons why I would recommend you doing that. Number one is it is pretty cost effective. So it is going to cost you about like 15 lakhs if you want to do a 1-year PG diploma program. This includes your tuition fees and also your personal expense for a span of 1 year. And once you complete this program, you will get a 1.5 years work permit. So you will be able to, you'll be given a open work permit, and within this 1.5 years, you can get into a job and you can convert that into a PR visa also. Not only that, you will get 30 additional points for doing your study in Canada. And if you are working in that 1.5 years in Canada, then that will also fetch you additional points when you are applying for your PR visa. So all these comes to you as bonus. If you get a job after you finish your study, if you get a job there in Canada, then you don't have to show your proof of funds when you're applying for your PR visa. And a 1-year diploma program is pretty easy to complete when compared to a master's degree. This is another reason. Biggest advantage is that you don't have to leave your spouse behind. You can take your spouse along with you while you're there for your studies. And the next big advantage is that your spouse can actually work when they are with you, when they are coming along with you, and while you're studying there in Canada. So basically, if you are 2 people married, husband and wife, If the husband is doing the study, then the wife can actually take up some kind of a work there, and he or she can work, and that is going to reduce the financial burden for the family. So these are some of the advantages, and these are the main reasons why I would recommend you to take a 1-year program. Now that we know that studying in Canada might be a good option to get a PR in 2021, now let us look at how the whole study process works. So basically there are two bunch of students who actually go to Canada for their studies. First is the regular students, which means people who have just completed their undergraduation and they are moving to Canada to pursue their higher education, to improve their knowledge or to get a good exposure and stuff. And there is the second bunch of students whom we are talking about in this particular video, that is the mature students, which means they already completed their degrees here in their country and they have had some work experience, and now taking up another study program to improve their chances of getting PR. So here, the first step which involves in your studying in Canada is nothing but you have to find out which college or university that you want to study, right? So you have to do your research, try to figure out which college or university you want to study, and you have to start applying to these universities or the colleges for that matter. You can get assistance from a good education consultant. The reason why I recommend you to take a support of a good education consultant is purely because they don't charge you anything. They get paid from the college or the university, so you don't spend anything from your pocket, right? So they're going to assist you on that, right? So it's absolutely free of cost, so you can take their support. You can approach them, talk to them regarding selecting their colleges or your universities, and you can do your research on for figuring out what course would be ideal for you. You can do that very well. And once you have chosen a college or university, you'll have to apply to that particular college or university. And if you are getting an offer letter, then they would ask you to pay your tuition fee, right? So depending on the college, they might ask you to pay the tuition fee for 1 year or for 2 years, depending on the courses and depending on the college and university. Then you have to make the fee. You have to pay the payment, the fee payment. And once you do that, then you'll have to apply for a study permit. And if your study permit is getting approved, then that's it. Like, you just have to pack your bags and you can fly to Canada. So it's pretty simple. One of the important factors that you need to remember when you're planning to do your study in Canada is your finances. So it is not just the tuition fee, it also includes your accommodation and your food and other expenses, personal expenses also. So your tuition fees can range anywhere between 10,000 Canadian dollars to even 120,000 Canadian dollars, depending on the course, college or the university that you choose. And if you're a single applicant who's planning to do your study, then personally I would think that you would require somewhere close to 1,000 to 1,200 Canadian dollars every month for your accommodation, food, transport and etc. So make sure that you're having all these funds ready before you apply to your study permit. Now, coming to the most important part of the video, why do I personally believe doing a study in Canada is an excellent option for you to get your PR in 2021? The reason is quite simple. Even though the government of Canada clearly states that anyone can apply irrespective of their age or their gap in education for a study in Canada, the reality used to be different. So pre-COVID, what used to be the situation is this. If someone who's applying, whose age is about 32 or 35 or 38 or 40, then even though they get an admission from the college, their visas used to get rejected. What is the reason? The visa officers used to give priority to people who are applying under the age of 30. So this used to be the case. But come now in mid-2020, things have changed drastically. After this COVID-19, lot of universities and colleges in Canada got hit. So you and I, we very well know that Canada is a country where you find a lot of educational institutes, and these educational institutes heavily relied on international students. One statistics even says that 50% of their seats used to get filled by international students only. Because of this COVID-19, many students have actually deferred their courses and many students have opted out of the program. So even the institutions are struggling to fill even 25 or 30% of their seats this year. This has put in a lot of pressure on the government. Not just that, international students nearly contribute about 20 billion in terms of economy every year. So because of this COVID-19, that 20 billion has also got a hit. So now there is pressure from both the politicians and also from the education institutes. All these pressure would now be on the visa officers. So now when an application is there, the visa refusals rate is going to be really less, is what I believe. So initially or pre-COVID, if 9 on 10 was the refusal rate for someone who is above the age 30 or 35, now the percentage or the refusal rate will be somewhere around like 3 on 10 or only 2 on 10. So there is a very good chance that if you apply now, you might get selected. Your visa might get approved. So that's the reason why I believe, guys, this is absolutely a great time for you to go ahead and do your study in Canada. The Government of Canada has also made provisions for you to complete 50% of the program in your home country. So how does it going to benefit you? You don't have to spend for your food, accommodation, or your personal expense in Canada. So you can save all that. So the amount that you're spending in dollars is now getting saved. You can complete that here in India or in your home country, and the rest 50% you can go to Canada and you can complete your course there. And still you will be eligible to apply for that 1.5 years open work permit. So that's a great news, guys. So I don't know what you guys are waiting for. If you are someone who's above the age 30, 35, stuck in between the Sierra score range, I would definitely recommend you to try this route out. This might definitely work for you this year. So before I leave, I would like to drop one last piece of information. How do you select a college or university? So to answer this question, you need to answer another question first. Why are you doing this in the first place? To get your Canada PGDM. So the first thing that you need to do is research the provinces which has benefits for people who are doing a study program in their particular province. For example, Manitoba. Manitoba is a classic example. Like if you do a study program in Manitoba, you get additional points under their PNP program. The same thing applies to Saskatchewan. There is a particular stream in Ontario, which is Masters and PhD stream. So if you are doing your Masters in Ontario, you can apply for your PR under that particular stream. So you have to find out which provinces will help you get this PR very easily, and you have to choose that particular province. Instead of choosing any random college or university, go by the province that works the best. So I would say bottom-up approach comes in very handy and works really well when it comes to choosing the university or college. So if you ask me what is my final verdict, very simple. If you are 30 or 35, if your Sierra score is stuck between this 430, 450 range, if you desperately want to go to Canada, not knowing how, then I seriously believe you should try your luck through the study program. I believe 20 or 25 lakhs investing this big amount is definitely worth it, because you'll be able to make this money in a span of 2 to 3 years. And I'm sure Canada is not going to disappoint you. So that's it from me, guys. I really hope you liked this video. I believe that it was informative. It is motivating and encouraging. So please do hit the thumbs up button if you like this video. Share this with your friends, and please mention what you feel in the comment section below. That really motivates me to do more videos like this in the future. So this is me, Ajay, signing off. I'll be back with another video very soon. Until then, stay safe. Bye-bye.